All right, good afternoon. I'm going to go ahead and make a video about how to set up and install your development environment, including the Glassfish server. I've had a few students email me with issues about getting the environment set up properly. So we'll go ahead and run through this. So the first thing I've already done is I went to the link. Well, take a step back. If you go to the course content, week 1 material, and you look at the Java EE7 environment setup, one of the first things that lists on there is a link you can go to download a few of the files that you need. I've already got 3 of these files that we're going to use: the JEE tutorial, the JDK, and the Glassfish itself. So the first thing you'll need to do is go to that link and pull down these 3 files, which I've already done in my downloads folder. Next, we want to install the JDK. So what we'll do is we'll just right click on the JDK. Now I have 7-zip installed. 7-zip is just an unzipping program. You don't have to use 7-zip. Windows itself has some built-in utilities to allow you to unzip a folder, but I will use 7-zip. But whatever you need to do, just unzip this JDK. So we will right click it, go to 7-zip, and I will do extract to JDK, blah, blah, blah. It unzips all the files as soon as it's finished into this folder. If we look in the folder, this is the JDK. Now the instructions say to make a DevTools folder on your C drive. As you can see here in this folder, I have my C drive. So I'm going to make a new folder called DevTools. And I'm just going to drag and drop my JDK in there. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing for these tutorials. I'm going to right click it, 7-zip, extract. Now here I have this folder of tutorials examples. So I'm just going to take that folder and drag it over into my DevTools. And there we go. All right. Now we'll do almost the same thing for Glassfish. Let's go ahead and extract the Glassfish. Right click, 7-zip, extract. Again, if you don't have 7-zip installed, that's fine. Windows has an unzipping utility built in. So here we have Glassfish. If we go inside there, we have this Glassfish 4. Inside of there, we have more files for Glassfish and a README. And what we want to do here is do not put it inside the DevTools folder. Go back up to your C drive, and you want to take this Glassfish 4 folder and drag and drop it into your C drive. Don't do this top level folder, Glassfish-4.1.2. No, go inside of there, get this Glassfish 4 and drag this whole thing over to your C drive. Note, this is not inside the DevTools folder. It's directly on the C drive. That's important. Okay. Next, we will start setting up our tutorial, our example files. Let's go back into DevTools, go to our tutorial examples master. Here we have this pom.xml file. You can right click it and choose edit. It should just open it up in Notepad, which is fine. Now, any place that you see Glassfish 5, you want to change that to say Glassfish 4. So I'm just going to do a search for Glassfish 5. Here's a Glassfish 5. I want to change it to 4. See if there's any more. Here's another Glassfish 5. I'm going to change it to a 4. And that's it. There should really just be 2 instances of it. So after you made those changes, save your file, and then you can close it out. The next step is setting up your environment variables. You have to do this. You can't skip this step. I think someone skipped this step, but you can't skip setting up the environment variables, and it's very important that you set them up correctly. So in Windows, you can go to the bottom left, click on the little window, and you can just start typing environment variables. You should get something like this: edit the system environment variables. And click that and open it. You should get this window to pop up here. You want to click this button, environment variables. This will open up your environment variables. Now, what you got to do is you have to add a new variable and you have to edit an existing variable. The ones at the top are for your specific user. This is not where we want to put them. Do not put them for your specific user. We want to put them here in these system variables. So I said we have to add one new one and then edit another one. The new one we're going to do is Java home. So click this new button. The variable name is Java_home. Capitalization is important. Make sure it's capitalized. And then for the value, we're going to browse to our JDK directory. If you remember, we put it in the PC, we put it on the C drive. It's in the DevTools folder. And here it is, this JDK folder. Click OK. So it should look like that, Java_home, and this path to your JDK. Click OK. Java home is added. Now we want to edit the path variable. So if we scroll down, we see this path variable here. Double click it, and it shows all these different folders that are already part of the path, but we want to add a couple more. So if you click down here on the empty line, it looks like it's going to put a new entry, and then we click browse. We want to be adding our JDK bin directory. So let's go back to the JDK directory. It's in PC, C drive, DevTools, JDK, and we want to select the bin directory. Okay, now you can see we have it. C, DevTools, JDK, bin. Two more to add. Click down here, browse. Now we want to add the Glassfish folder. There's actually two Glassfish folders we have to add. PC, C drive, here's Glassfish 4, and bin. Okay, one more to add, another Glassfish one actually. Browse, PC, C drive, Glassfish 4. Inside the Glassfish folder is another bin. Okay, so you should have these three things added. C DevTools, the JDK/bin. C Glassfish 4/bin. C Glassfish 4/Glassfish/bin. And to make sure they don't conflict with anything else, we want to move these to the top of the list. So if you highlight one, you can click this move up button until it's at the top. I want you to do this for all three. Once it's there, we can click OK, OK, and OK. Now our environment variables are set correctly. To check that it actually works, we can open up a command prompt. If we type in ASAdmin, you can see it's entering into this ASAdmin program which Glassfish uses. So if you get this prompt back, you know you've done it right. If you don't get this prompt back, you need to recheck where you put the Glassfish folders and then recheck your environment variables. But this is set up correctly, so we can type exit. Now we'll check that our JDK is installed correctly. We can type Java --version. We should see Java version 1.8.0_144. If you do not see this, you need to recheck where you put that Java SDK, and you need to recheck those environment variables. If both these are successful, then you have successfully set up this portion of the Java environment. Excuse me, of the Java and Glassfish environment. All right. The next thing we want to do is start setting up NetBeans. So let's go to the NetBeans website. Let's open up your browser. Let's go to NetBeans. We want to download NetBeans. And this class is using NetBeans 12.5. If you are using another version, I cannot guarantee that it will work. We want to do older releases. Now, if we scroll down, we can see NetBeans 12.5. This class has been tested with NetBeans 12.5, so please use that one. If you use a newer one, it may work. It is likely to work, but I cannot guarantee it will work. So NetBeans 12.5, we want to download it. Download it for your operating system. I'm on Windows, so I'll download it for Windows. Here it is downloading. We'll give it a minute or two. Okay, now that NetBeans has finished downloading, we can close our browser. Now we go to our downloads folder, find our NetBeans installer, double click it to run it. The installer is starting up. Want to click next. You accept the terms. Next. This first box can remain the same. The second box, make sure that this is the JDK that you just installed. Mine is, it's C DevTools JDK 1.8.0. If it is not, click browse and browse to that folder. This must be the JDK you just loaded as part of this video. Click next. Leave this checked so it can check for updates and click install. It will go through its installation procedure. And finish. So now we will go to our desktop, find NetBeans, and click it to run it, and let it load. Now here, the first thing we want to do is let's go ahead and open up the Hello World example 1. So we'll click our open button here. We will go to our C drive, DevTools, Tutorials, Web, JSF, and Hello 1, and click Open Project. Now it's asking you to install some things right here. We need to install this, so click Install. Next, accept the terms, install, and then go ahead and restart your IDE. That means we'll restart. You can either agree or not agree if you want to send NetBeans anonymous usage data. I do not agree, so I'll click no, thank you. So NetBeans opens back up. We have our Hello 1 loaded. What we need to do now is make sure the Glassfish server is installed and running. It is most likely not installed yet. So we want to click Services, expand out Servers. If you already have Glassfish installed, when I say installed, I mean activated in NetBeans, it should show here. It does not, so we will right-click the servers and choose Add Server. Make sure Glassfish server is highlighted. Click Next. This is not where we put our Glassfish folders. So you need to browse to your PC, your C drive, to Glassfish folder, and click Choose. Then you can click Next. Make sure all this is the same. Domain 1, localhost, these ports are there. For the username, you need to use admin. Leave the target and the password blank. Click Finish. Now you see here, I have a Glassfish server. Now, if you right-click it and choose Start, you'll see there's some stuff going on down here. Glassfish server, some things are going on. The Java database. If you see this right here, it means your Glassfish server is almost ready. It's still in progress. You see right here, you have like this little hourglass. It's still starting. And now it has a little green play-like looking button right here. That means the Glassfish server is running. Okay, let's go back to projects. And now our Hello One, let's click the hammer, which builds the project. The first time you build it, it will take a little bit longer because it has to go out and download a lot of the material it needs. Subsequent building of the projects will be much faster. The build was successful. Now, before you run it the first time, you only need to do this one time per project. Right click on Hello One, choose Properties, go down to Run, and now for Server, select Glassfish Server. Click OK. Now, click the Run Project button. The Run Project, and you see a web page opens up. And there you go. There is the Hello One project running. Type in whatever your name is, click Submit, and there it is. Hello Dan. You can make whatever modifications you want to it. For example, if you open up source packages and drill this down, open up Hello. There is the Java source code for it. For the web page itself, if we expand web pages, if we look at index.html, this is really kind of lays out the web page itself. So instead of saying, hello, my name is Duke, maybe I just want to say, hello there. Then we build it. Build success, and we can run it again. There we go. And now it says hello there. So that is how you set up your development environment from scratch to get Hello One example fully running. If you have any questions, please email me and let me know. Thank you.